Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Secretary Kerry, ministers and representatives of the Forest and Climate Leaders Partnership, chief executives, presidents, and representatives from the private sector, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning and thank you for honoring our invitation to join us this morning. This morning's meeting is to discuss one of the key agenda items and initiatives under the newly launched Forest and Climate Leaders Partnership, Fclp. As many of you are aware, Fclp was launched in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, on the sidelines of the World Leaders Summit at COP27, with 14 heads of state and government in attendance. It is a high-ambition group of committed countries with a unifying goal to work together to accelerate global progress to halt and reverse forest loss and land degradation by 2030, while delivering sustainable development and promoting an inclusive rural transformation. This ambition reflects the 2030 objectives of the Glasgow Leaders' Declaration on Forest and Land Use, adopted at COP26 in Glasgow, which has so far been endorsed by 144 governments. The Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, particularly Goals 13 and 15, the United Nations Strategic Plan on Forests, and other relevant initiatives and conventions. Currently, 27 countries and the European Union have come together to constitute this voluntary and focused partnership. Fclp seeks to make a strong contribution to the forest agenda by focusing on fostering strategic partnerships with the private sector, indigenous people, and local communities, as well as other non-state actors, to work on key action areas such as 1, provide a solutions-focused political forum to highlight implementation progress and identify shared strategic challenges and opportunities for collaboration. 2, leverage head of state and ministerial leadership to amplify attention to specific challenges and solutions. 3, provide its combined political support to accelerate and scale implementation of a prioritized number of action areas, strongly aligned with the mission statement and objectives of the partnership. And 4, support implementation of the participating countries' self-determined national goals and encourage all countries to be even more ambitious over time. Fclp will complement multilateral forums such as the Conference of the Parties of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, Convention on Biological Diversity, Convention on Combating Desertification, the High-Level Political Forum on Sustainable Development, and the United Nations Forum on Forests. The inaugural co-chairs of Fclp are the United States of America and the Republic of Ghana, represented by Secretary Kerry and myself. As part of its governance arrangements, a steering committee supported by a functional secretariat will be set up. In line with the foregoing, this morning's meeting is to discuss one of the early initiatives of the Fclp, that is the Forest and Land Use Investment Packages. The Forest and Land Use Investment Packages are designed to provide countries with a suite of financial, technical, and political support options to deliver on their national forest and land use programs for climate action, as may, for example, be contained in their nationally determined contributions. The United States is co-leading the working group and engagements on the forest and land use investment packages, and I encourage all of us to contribute to the discussions and provide the needed mobilization and support thereafter to achieve a 1.5 degrees Celsius world for people and planet. It is possible, ladies and gentlemen, and if we pool our efforts and resources together, we can achieve this goal. I will now, ladies and gentlemen, hand over to Secretary Kerry, who will lead the discussions on the forest and land use investment packages. I thank you for your attention.
Samuel, thanks very, very much. It's really great to be working with you on this, and I am very, very happy that you are prepared to put yourself on the line to help make this happen, and you've been terrific as a partner, and thank you for that. 2 statistics that sort of stand out as we think about this road ahead. One is, I have often repeated, and I will never stop repeating it, the fact that 20 major economies equal 80% of all the emissions. And if that doesn't guide one, then we're not thinking realistically about what has to be done. If deforestation were a country, it would be the 3rd largest emitter. China, US, deforestation. So we have to think about that really hard, because you can't get to 1.5 degrees if we are not prepared to do what we have to do to stop the deforestation taking place on a global basis.
Much. Thank you, John. Thank you, Samuel. We've seen an incredible momentum. I mean, really staggering momentum in this room, which is an incredible room. John and Samuel, you've managed to pull together really hugely impressive contributors and participants to this event. And I think between us, we cover all the bases. So if we can turn this incredible enthusiasm we have in this room into tangible decisions followed by action, we will have done something absolutely remarkable. So I'm really grateful to you for your leadership.
Minister, you come up here, Samuel. Samuel's going to close us up.
Well, first of all, when Secretary Kerry is wrapped up, what other useful comments can I make? But except to just say that, look, I think that my good friend Zagosmith pointed it out. There's a lot of momentum in this Fclp. I think that we also, as I said, walking the talk and getting to implementation and action and all of that. And in this whole architecture is also the element of inclusivity. I mean, that's what I see about this. Private sector involvement, public sector involvement, indigenous people, developing countries like mine, Ghana, and all the players are around the table. And I also see a big sense of accountability. I think that we are giving ourselves timelines and deliverables and so on and so forth. So what I can say is that let's get to work. Let's do this for our planet, and let's get on with it. And so that by COP28, we hopefully will have something tangible to report to the world. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming. Thank you.